This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Jacqueline has the night off. Tonight, new details on the complicated lives of a couple involved in a murder this weekend at their Englewood home. Deputies say 48-year-old Jessica Winkler shot her wife to death during an early morning argument. Later that afternoon, investigators say Winkler abandoned her plans to bury the body and called 911. The victim, 51-year-old Rhiannon Leyendecker, was a longtime resident of Englewood. Neighbors say Leyendecker lived at the couple's Englewood home for decades with her mother running a landscaping business. And it wasn't until recently that Winkler came into the picture. According to court records, between 2009 and 2010, Winkler and Leyendecker switched genders from male to female.
I just couldn't believe it because this is a very quiet community. Nothing ever goes on around here.
Winkler is being held in the medical wing now of the Sarasota County Jail under close observation. A Venice family continues their fight to keep their pet pig. The Homeowners Association where they live is telling them they can't keep the animal, saying the pig is not a pet. ABC7's Rick Adams has more from the Woodmere Lakes neighborhood in Venice.
Well, this little fellow is causing quite a big discussion. It's a debate over whether Hamilton here is considered a swine or a common household pet. This purebred miniature pot-bellied pig named Hamilton has been part of the McDowell's lives since August of 2016. Now they are fighting to keep their pet pig home where they say he belongs.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, our family he's our pet. He's been in our family for 1.5 years now. Our kids are attached to him.
McDowell says the HOA at Woodmere Lakes told the family they can't keep Hamilton as a pet because it's against their rules and regulations. This, she says, after more than 1 year of them knowing about their pet pig. Sarasota County's ordinance does allow residents to have miniature pot-bellied pigs as pets.
A couple gentlemen on the board were saying he's swine. We're not allowed to have swine. And I said, well, he's, regularly considered a common household pet.
In information we had received from Sarasota County, they say the code says that purebred miniature pot-bellied pigs are not considered farm animals when they are not kept or raised for food or product and would therefore be viewed as a domestic animal. The county does not get involved in homeowner restrictions. McDowell says Hamilton is an amazing pet for her, her husband, and their 4 children.
He snuggles with you on the couch. If I'm cooking in the kitchen, he's nudging at my legs, trying to get fed snacks. He's a great responsibility for the kids. They're super smart. He knows quite a few tricks.
A board member tells us they can't comment on the situation because their attorney is handling everything. A message left for the property management company overseeing the Woodmere Lakes development was not returned. This is something Carrie McDowell says they will keep fighting.
I put out a petition and I put exactly the wording that's in our HOA restrictions. Like, I'm not hiding it from anybody, what it says. And then I put out the Sarasota County ordinance, and it's been shared, and there's over 2,000 signatures on our petition already.
And Carrie McDowell and her family are hopeful they can come up with a win-win situation where everybody's happy, including Hamilton. Reporting from Venice, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Rick, thank you. Sarasota County School District is acknowledging a rat problem at 2 local schools after a group of parents complained. The district says a pest control company is working on the issue at Bayhaven and Southside elementary schools. Rodents are being trapped and parts of the school are being sealed off. Both schools were built nearly 100 years ago in the 1920s, and school district officials say older buildings can have more issues with pests compared to newer ones. The new leader at USF Sarasota Manatee getting an official introduction tonight. Dr. Karen Holbrook will begin as the school's new regional chancellor on January 2nd. She was introduced this evening in front of a crowd of more than 100 people. Holbrook replaces Terry Osborne, who served as interim regional chancellor for roughly 9 months.
Dr. Genshaft called and said, will you come over because Dr. Osborne has just moved into the interim role. There's a real deficit in terms of leadership. It's not because of him, but because there just weren't enough bodies. And she said, would you come and help out? And I said, sure. So I've been here as the executive vice president since March. And the board eventually asked me if I would throw my hat in the ring, and I said, sure.
Holbrook says her #1 goal is to help make students successful. In order to do that, she says they need the right tools and resources. Olbrich says she plans to get funding for a new science and research building, as well as build a residence hall to attract students to live on campus. Well, the water is safe again in Palmasola Bay, and a boil water notice is lifted nearby. Last week, an estimated 1.5 million gallons of wastewater spilled because of a broken pipe. But after collecting samples from several locations, a no skin contact notice has been lifted in Palmasola Bay, and a neighborhood boil water notice was also rescinded. Let's get a check on our weather now this Monday night with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Scott. Normally the water too cold to get into, but lately it's been fairly warm. Temperature of the water now in the low 70s, which is well above what it normally is this time of year. And so are the temperatures. 65 degrees right now. We have clear skies, calm conditions as far as the winds go, and the dew point temperature right there. So that makes the humidity 100%. And we do have some fog forming already across the region. It's been in and out. It will get thicker as we approach the daybreak tomorrow, and it will be rather intense, I think, in some areas. Our barometer is extremely high, 30.28 inches, and that continues, it looks like, to rise as high pressure will dominate our weather. Well, the current fog conditions, based on the reports that we're getting across the state now, thicker to the north of us through Gainesville, Jacksonville, up toward Tallahassee. We've had some spotty areas of fog in our immediate area, but more so along the east coast too. But I think this will only get a little thicker as the morning progresses. Right now, visibility down to 8 miles. Here's the future wind and fog forecast, calling for generally light winds across our region. And the area you see in red and orange here, that indicates some higher concentration of fog across west central Florida. That's at 7:30 in the morning. You'll notice by about 9:30, most of it is out of here and out in the Gulf of Mexico. It will return, though, tomorrow night, and it looks like Wednesday morning, so it'll be making a repeat performance. Sometimes this fog can stick around a while too, especially the marine layer of the marine fog, and that has been known to stick around throughout much of the day, so that could be an issue, especially on Wednesday. Temperatures right now very warm, and it is muggy out there. The Gulf water temperature now is 69. It was at 72 earlier, 67 now in Arcadia, and the temperature the same in Wauchula, 65 in Bradenton, and Sarasota, 66 in Venice. Well, much more of the forecast. Let you know if any cold fronts are on the way before Christmas arrives, coming up in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. At first glance, it may look like a group of swimmers encountering a shark, but not to worry. That is an ocean sunfish, and they don't bite. The animal was spotted close to shore off Hollywood Beach in South Florida today. Some thought it might be a whale in distress until Fish and Wildlife officials identified it. With its long dorsal and ventral fins, the ocean sunfish is thought to be the heaviest bony fish in the world. They sure are strange looking. Florida's Senate president thinks Florida's nursing homes should be paid more for providing care to the state's elder and frail residents. Joe Negron says increasing Medicaid rates paid to nursing homes is a priority of his for the upcoming legislative session. Many in the nursing home industry say the rates paid to providers are low relative to the cost of providing care. Negron wants to make this a separate issue from nursing homes getting generators.
I'm hoping we can do a reimbursement increase separate and distinct from the generator issue. How we pay for generators, I think ultimately is going to be a shared endeavor between the state and the industry.
Legislature authorized the new payment system but delayed implementation until 2018. Gas prices here in Florida have gone down for the 5th week in a row. The average price now $2.38 a gallon. Prices haven't been that low since August 30th. That was before Hurricane Harvey hit Texas and shut down refineries. But they're still 6 cents higher than this time a year ago. Summer in Siesta Key might be over, but the MTV show will soon return to television screens. MTV releasing the trailer for the new season of Siesta Key. The network ordered 8 more episodes of the series in October, bringing the first season to 18 total episodes. Siesta Key is a reality show filmed on the Suncoast that follows a group of young adults living in Sarasota County, and the series has found an audience. The network said Siesta Key was MTV's top-performing news show since summer of 2014. The upcoming episodes start airing January 15th at 10 p.m. Still ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back. He'll take a look at the first alert forecast for the upcoming work week. Plus, an Amtrak train derails in Washington State. We'll have the latest information on that deadly crash. And more people are turning to Uber when they have a medical emergency. We'll find out why when we come back.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Relion group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these other injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Relion group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-604-1698. That's 800-604-1698.
Fact: the top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail: Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
See those up arrows?
Yeah.
The stock market?
Right.
Yeah, our temperature's up too.
Exactly.
And then some unusual sights in the sky tonight. I guess not so unusual. We do see them once in a while.
Yeah,
right?
I would say on the average, I'd say per year, probably 20 times a year. You have to be looking for them, obviously. And
yeah.
We did get them sun dogs. They're actually secondary suns. They look like it anyway. This one is not, although it looks like the sun in that photo right there. The sun was located just to the left of that photo that you see right there, and they mimic the sun. That's why they're called the sun dog, and they occur typically around sunset or sunrise when the cirrus clouds, composed of ice crystals, move overhead. And that one, again, nice shot there by Richard. And this one, also you see it just to the right there, the refraction and reflection of the sun's lights through that prism effect of the ice crystals of the cirrus clouds, showing that nice picture right there that you see. That was near the Venice Pier. Lynn sending that one in. Appreciate all the photos. Keep them coming. Obviously, we appreciate all the photos that you send to pics@mysuncoast.com. The big story is the warm temperatures right now across the area. It will stay that way, too, it looks like, right through the weekend and into Christmas Day. And the cold air could be here, though, in just before the year ends. We'll talk more about that a little bit, but warm temperatures for lows tonight in the low to mid 60s for the most part, maybe even a little warmer if you're right on the water. Venice at 63 to start the day off, 61 at Lakewood Ranch, 64 in Braden, Anna Maria, you'll be right around 66 degrees, and we are anticipating a lot of fog around in the morning. That'll be the biggest concern right now. As we showed you earlier, the dew point, the temperature, all the same now, and that makes the humidity 100%. And winds are calm. The pressure way up there continuing to rise. The high today was above average at 79 degrees. Our normal high is 73. The record 90 set back in 1967, and the low this morning was 61. No rainfall to report today. December, typically a very dry month, and so far we're doing pretty good as far as the rainfall total goes for December. And the forecast, the hourly forecast calling for temperatures in the low to mid 60s to start the day off, and then we'll warm up quickly into the upper 70s by 11 a.m. and then right around 80 degrees. We'll hover near that, near the coast, and places inland a little bit warmer like Lakewood Ranch, Arcadia, Wauchula will all be right around 84, 85 degrees in some cases in the afternoon. The futurecast, the only thing it shows and depicts some fog, and quite a bit of it to the north of us. It will be down here too to start the morning off, and it should burn off rather quickly. And then there'll be some sea fog moving in on, I think, late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. That could stick around a while as this system kind of shifts off to the east. We'll see that onshore flow out ahead of that, and that front fades away just to the north of us, and we don't expect that to move on through anytime soon. Now, if you're planning to go up north, and I know some people are in social media, just talked to some folks going up to Michigan for the next several days, it is going to get extremely cold as the polar vortex, at least a piece of it, will come down in the central United States on Christmas Day and then spread off to the east and south by New Year's Day. Temperatures, though, currently not all that cold across the Great Lakes, into the 40s there. Highs tomorrow will be in the 50s in Kansas City, St. Louis, and Memphis, and 47 the expected high in Cleveland, 60 degrees in Washington, but that cold air is on the way. Here's the long-range model forecast. You can see the purples and pinks here all kind of spreading southward December 26th, 27th, all the way through Ohio, West Virginia. This is the 28th, and you'll notice all the yellows and reds move away from Florida. So a little bit of a cool spell headed our way, but nothing we can't handle. For boaters, winds out of the east, turning to the northwest at around 5 to 10 knots. It'll be good conditions out there as far as that goes. The only problem will be that fog around in the morning, and the water temperature at 69 degrees. Tides up coming down your screen, 8 a.m. That'll be the next low tide, and sunrise at 7:15. Tonight, mostly fair in places, otherwise not too bad. Some fog developing, and then tomorrow the fog burns off, partly cloudy, 79 for your high. The extended forecast shapes up like this. Temperatures staying above average right through the next 7 days. Winter officially starts at 11:28 on Thursday morning, and then we warm up for the first full day of winter. 80 degrees expected. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. Tonight, investigators are still at the scene of a deadly train derailment in Washington State, trying to figure out what caused nearly all of the rail cars to go off the tracks. Several of them plunged onto a busy interstate, and tonight, motorists are among the injured, being treated in hospitals. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the latest from DuPont, Washington.
That rail car left dangling in the darkness, just part of the aftermath of this Amtrak crash that killed at least 3 people and injured more than 100 others.
Amtrak 501, emergency, we are on the ground.
All but one of the rail cars careening off the track south of Tacoma, Washington, several crashing onto the busy highway below during the morning rush.
Things just started to tip over, and as it was going around, and then all of a sudden just ended up on the side and everything went dark.
The train started to wobble for a moment, and then we were catapulted at the seats in front of us.
Chris Carnes on board for this, the inaugural run of a newer, faster Amtrak route between Seattle and Portland, tweeting just moments earlier, "Wow, this train is fast. We're passing up traffic on I-5. Then just after 7:30 a.m., a locomotive and 12 cars with 86 passengers and crew on board rounded a curve, then plunged off both sides of the overpass.
Is everybody okay? I'm still figuring that out. We got cars everywhere and down onto the highway.
At least 7 vehicles, including 2 semis on Interstate 5, crushed. Other drivers jumping out of their cars, rushing to help.
We climbed underneath the train as best we could, and there was people like with half their bodies pinned who couldn't move, and were in a lot of pain.
Other victims walking away from the scene in disbelief.
When I stepped out, I didn't really realize I was standing on another train car.
And one local mayor raised concerns about this faster train service just a couple of weeks ago, saying he worried it could lead to deadly accidents like this. The NTSB has a team on the way to investigate the cause of this crash. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, DuPont, Washington.
The power is back on at the Atlanta airport, but the travel headaches are not over yet. Hundreds of flights have been canceled today, and it could be days before all affected passengers make it to their final destinations. Unclaimed luggage is piling up near the terminals. An electrical outage brought the world's busiest airport to its knees for nearly 12 hours Sunday and into Monday. The blackout caused by a fire in an underground electrical facility. The damage from the fire also knocked out the backup system. A spokesperson for Delta Airlines says most of its stranded passengers have been rebooked and they should be back closer to a normal schedule tomorrow. Well, one thing everyone needs while stranded at an airport is food, and Chick-fil-A broke its golden rule over the weekend, but it was for a very good cause. The Atlanta-based fast food chain is well known for being closed on Sundays. However, when that power outage crippled Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, Chick-fil-A provided food for the thousands of stranded passengers. Chick-fil-A CEO Dan Cathy personally helped hand out many of those delicious sandwiches. More people are turning to Uber when they have a medical emergency. A new study shows ambulance usage is down by 7% in communities where Uber is available. One reason may be the cost. Ambulance rides can cost thousands of dollars, and Uber is, of course, a lot cheaper in comparison. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
At Hear Care Audiology, we treat you like family.
It was almost like I did not know what I was missing until I had hearing devices put in. And now I can hear so much more than I could before.
Hey, how does it sound?
Oh my goodness, it sounds so much better. I can hear so much better.
Schedule your appointment today. Call 941-219-4071.
If high-performance art is what you're into, look no further than Sunset Fiat of Sarasota. For maximum performance, check out the all-new Fiat Spider. You'll flip over the superior handling and capability. Or follow roads less traveled in the Fiat 500X. No matter what your passion is, there's a Fiat for everyone. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Big Finish event. Going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking an account executive to join our winning sales team. This is an outside sales position covering the Tampa DMA. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply. Now, sports.
The Buccaneers in the national spotlight tonight, a Monday night football appearance against the Atlanta Falcons. And this one would be closer than I think a lot of people thought. Atlanta has really dominated this game against a Buccaneers team that is missing a lot of players due to injuries tonight, not only coming into the game, but a lot of them have been injured during the game. The Bucs were trailing at halftime, but then cut the lead to 17-14 in the third quarter with a Jameis Winston touchdown to Mike Evans. Fourth quarter, the Falcons increased their lead again with a punishing running game to make it 24-14. But just a few minutes ago, the Bucs answered with a Winston to Adam Humphries touchdown pass. That makes it 24-21. Now with about 2.5 minutes to go, the Falcons are going to try to run out the clock and win a close one in Tampa tonight. We will find out how it will work out. Now, at halftime of tonight's game, the Buccaneers adding another name to the team's Ring of Honor. Former head coach John Gruden becoming the 11th member of the team's Ring of Honor. In Gruden's first season, he helped lead the team to its one and only Super Bowl victory. And the Bucs haven't made the playoffs since he was fired after the 2008 season. Tonight, Gruden joining names like Selman, Brooks, and Allstott.
Before I leave, particularly honor the 2002 World Championship Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, Rondé Barber, John Lynch, Simeon Rice. Great defense.
It was, and the coach still has that intensity, doesn't he? Carolina Panthers owner Jerry Richardson says he'll sell the NFL team after the season. Richardson faces a growing investigation that accuses him of sexual misconduct and using racist language at work. Richardson wrote Sunday on Twitter, quote, "I believe it is time to turn the franchise over to new ownership." The Panthers, who lost in the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago, are in playoff contention again this season. Richardson's letter did not directly address the investigation or allegations against him. That's sports. Tonight's winning lotto numbers are coming up next. Stay with us.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Season's greetings from ABC7, your Suncoast News. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
So 80 degrees on the first day of winter. Is that what I
Right,
saw?
that's right. Actually going up a little bit, and it looks like it'll stay warm too.
Yeah.
And we could see 80-degree temperatures on Christmas Day too here along the Sun Coast. So it's not that unusual, but we've had it in the past, and it looks like things staying warm up until a couple days prior to the end of the year. Then things start to cool down.
Okay.
All right.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good evening. Jimmy Kimmel's coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow.